Imagine a town where there are schools, shops, parks, and a great beach. A town where people from different backgrounds, both young and old, call home. Nestled within this town are churches of different shapes, sizes, and expressions. Imagine a town where these churches are working in close unity and partnership with each other for the kingdom, pooling resources and bringing out the best of each other, meeting a range of diverse needs, serving others, and articulating the love of Jesus. Now imagine a town where each of these churches run youth groups, where young people can feel at home, loved, and cared for. A place where they can learn about a God who cares so deeply for them, where they can find hope for today and a friend for tomorrow. Imagine a town where these youth groups are places of refuge, fun, growth, and support, where the youth leaders are passionate about seeing young people connect with Jesus and step into their God-given potentials. Imagine that town. That could be our town. That could be our community.
Here at Identity Youth Project, we want to make this town a reality. Currently, we're facilitating partnership between the churches by providing much needed cross-church, peer-to-peer fellowship and discipleship support for church youth. But this imagined town is reaching those young people who are on the edge of our churches or previously untouched by the church's reach. So we're praying for the relaunch of pre-existing church youth clubs, which ceased during the pandemic, understandably, and for the creation of brand new groups for young people to engage with. We have expertise to offer, and whilst we don't want to run these groups ourselves, because we want young people to be embedded in the local church, we want to give the churches our hands-on support to enable each church to own and run their own youth clubs or groups if they would like to. We want to see this vision begin to take shape this year, in 2021, as the restrictions release. God willing, we look to see youth work being launched in various places over the summer and autumn. In order to give the strength of support and expertise that we'd like to give each church, we would need to employ a second youth worker to work alongside Matt. This would enable Matt to continue his excellent work of discipleship and providing fellowship for the network of existing church or Christian young people from across the churches. But a second part-time worker would be focused on supporting churches in their own outreach to young people. Between us as trustees, with Matt and a second youth worker, together we feel that we'd be able to give 3 or 4 churches strong support and expertise to be able to enable our town to experience the reality that's in our dreams. So will you help make this kind of town a reality?
Whilst each church would be responsible for their own youth club, Identity would be able to support in a variety of ways. This could include helping you build a strategy from scratch for youth work and supporting you in the startup stages of building a core team. We can help make connections with local schools and provide design work for publicity and advertising in the local area. You could have one of our youth workers on your youth leadership team, whether initially or long term depending on your needs. We can provide ongoing volunteer support and training, and guidance about implementing strong safeguarding principles within a youth setting. We can provide engaging teaching, things like resources and session plans, and be there to help you address issues of equipment, facilities, and fundraising when needed. The support we wish to provide each church would be tailored appropriately, enabling the churches to be the decision makers and leaders. We are super excited to take our partnership with churches up a level, and also the support we provide in relation to youth ministry. In a season where young people's lives have been vastly challenged, let's be the positive change that brings hope to their hearts through Christ.
If you'd like to see this vision being realised through your church, perhaps you'd consider partnering with us. Partnership would mean 3 things from your church. A commitment to prayer. Secondly, it would mean a commitment of 2 or 3 to provide a core team. A core team like that means that we can start to have meaningful conversations with you as a team to build a strategy together that's going to work for your church. Thirdly, partnership would mean a financial contribution towards having this second shared youth worker. Now, we're really flexible about what this might mean, but we're looking for your investment in youth to be reflected in a contribution towards the costs of employing a second youth worker. So, for example, it'll cost us an additional £6,000 per year to employ a second worker for 2 days a week. We could pretty easily raise this with a combination of churches and individuals giving something extra. So, for example, if 5 churches gave £1,000 a year on top of what they're already giving, or perhaps instead of that it could be 2 churches giving £2,000 extra and 2 churches giving £500 extra, and then we could combine that with maybe 10 individuals giving £10 a month. That would cover the costs of 2 days a week from a second youth worker.
Research from National Youth for Christ has shown that young people are now 50% more open to exploring faith than they were 5 years ago. The time really is now. Will you be there for them? Will you partner with us?